the Logitech G Pro X Superlight 2, coming in at a price tag of $159. If at any point during the video you want to check out this exact same product, there's Amazon links below. Now this uses Logitech's Hero 2 sensor, hits a 2000 Hz polling rate up to 32,000 DPI, 500 IPS, and 40 Gs of acceleration. The build quality here is solid. There's no creaks, no rattle. It's very plain and basic, but it's also iconic because of that. The shape and design is pretty much exactly the same as the Gen 1 Superlight, and to go over that, it is an ambidextrous mouse, but in hand it still feels incredibly nice. And that's coming from a person that typically dailies a ergonomic mouse. I don't typically daily an ambidextrous mouse. However, with this one, I honestly love the shape, and I think most people do. When you pick this up, it just feels at home. Due to its shape, this is good for all grip styles, whether that's palm, claw, really whatever you want. It feels great on this mouse, which is probably why I think over 25% of wireless gaming mice that's used in actual professional esports gaming is the G Pro X Superlight, although that's maybe the one, not the two, but same difference. Now for color options, you can get this in black, white, or a very cool magenta. The skates are 100% PTFE with one large skate on the top and one around the sensor and then one on the bottom, and an optional additional circular skate over the dongle storage. The drag from the left and right is very noticeable. I would 100% recommend getting aftermarket skates for this if you really want a fantastic experience. Not that it's a horrible experience, like don't get me wrong, you're still gonna be able to game, but we are being nitpicky here. You take something like, well, you might need to spend $10, $20, $30 on aftermarket skates, and then the $159 price tag, and you're almost at that $200 price. That's a lot of money for a mouse, although this does have one huge pro that this does better than any other mouse I have ever used. And we'll get to that after the connectivity. This is obviously wireless with a 2.4 gigahertz USB dongle and charges via USB-C. Battery life is 90 to 95 hours, which is better than the previous gen at about 70 hours. So again, that's really quite good, although it still is expensive. Now the switches here are the single best thing about this mouse. They are freaking God tier, S tier, unbelievable. They are truly that good. The longer I have this mouse, the more I fall in love with these switches. These use the Light Force hybrid switches. Logitech did an unbelievable job. These are the crispiest, tactilest I have ever felt on any mouse ever. If you click on these switches, you will instantaneously, like, it's that good. Extremely satisfying and completely different than the Gen 1 switches. It is a massive upgrade. Still, no switch has been done better than this switch. It feels amazing. And again, you get those two side buttons on the left, which again, they're good. Now the scroll wheel here is actually more mushy and vague than Gen 1, having significantly decreased tactility in the bumps, but the protrusion is a little bit higher and the angle is nice, but again, just too mushy, and it just doesn't feel like a professional mouse. If you're gonna be doing really professional gaming, it's just not very accurate. As for weight here, this comes in at 60 grams, which is a really balanced weight for the size of this. Feels nice and light. It's got the bigger skates on the bottom, so it still adds a level of control. It's just a very well done mouse. Obviously the skates could be a little bit better with the drag, but yeah, the control there is good. Again, if you want to check out this exact same product, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, Canada, and international links. And if you want to check out my main channel with longer form content, you can check that out right here. But this is a consumer tech review high speed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.